Twisty Storytime Adventures. Mr. Twisty Storytime Adventures. Mr. Twisty Storytime Adventures. Here comes Mr. Twisty.
Hi, my name is Mr. Twisty. I'm glad to see you back for another adventure. I'm very excited to see you again. I hope you've had a nice week. This is Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures, where we meet each week for an adventure into the land of fiction, where anything is possible. Hey, let me tell you, what has 80 feet and sings? A school choir? Oh, that was bad. Oh, that was really bad. I have a lot of jokes, but all of them are, well, bad. I love to read. I love to share stories, tell really bad jokes, make balloon animals, and do magic so I can share those things with you. I put all those things together in my hat, I mix them up, and the result is Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures. I love to read just about anything and everything. I don't always read stories, though. One of my favorite things to read? Joke books. Oh, do I love my bad jokes. Hey, why did the cookie go to the doctor? He was feeling crummy. What do you call a fly with no wings? A walk. Oh my goodness gracious. What do you call a can opener that doesn't work? A can't opener. All right, enough of the jokes. I can hear you. I have a show to do. Anyway, welcome to my treehouse, where we meet for each week's adventure. My treehouse isn't up high in a tree because, well, I'm afraid of heights. Some people think that makes it just a clubhouse, but I like to think of it as a treehouse on the ground. Each week, I get to share a story written by a friend of mine. I'm excited to bring you a story I hope you have never heard before, and hopefully one you will absolutely love. I just wrote a song about a tortilla. It's actually more of a rap. Oh my goodness, I'll go on. What do you get when you mix a lovely young lady and a really big voice? Today's story, The Girl with the Big Voice, by Veronica Santaguida. There was a lovely girl, and Emma was her name. She had a wonderful big voice they thought would bring her fame. Before she even learned to walk, they could all hear her speak in sentences with eloquence that showed her great technique. Her talent showed when she was young. Soon everyone would see how brave and strong and confident this toddler came to be. She blossomed and would think of countless cheerful things to say, but all her many words just kept getting in the way. From when she woke up every day until she went to sleep, she'd ask perceptive questions with interest that was deep. She'd say, I love my arts and crafts, but sports are awesome too. I swim and bike and nature hikes I also like to do. When thinking of my passion, I'm just following my heart. The way I talk and laugh and sing has sent me off the chart. Some people say I talk too much, but that's not really true. I simply have a lot to say, lots more than others do. I often hear them tell me, hush, your voice is way too loud. That's hard for me to do since I'm both passionate and proud. This year would be a special one with starting a new school. Her mother told her what's to come, which kept her calm and cool. A tender heart and cheery voice would help with making friends. The question was how many. She supposed it all depends. The school day soon would start, so Emma quickly went inside. I'll make a lot of friends this year. I just can't wait, she cried. Her first day started well, but then her teacher called for quiet. He noticed Emma talking loudly, making quite a riot. Just use your inside voice, the teacher said. We hear you well. No need to stop conversing, but remember not to yell. Quite true to Emma's character, she spoke without constraint, and luckily, her constant talking didn't make her faint. That morning, Emma worked in groups with kids she barely knew. They told her she was bossy and should join another crew. Then later, Emma joined the line of students in the aisle. Their next class in the music room was sure to make her smile. She skipped her way to music class to learn a brand new song. She thought, I'll practice every day at home, so I'll belong. Then Emma sat right near the band, the woodwinds and the brass. They heard her singing louder than others in the class. The teacher looked her way and sharply tapped her music stand. She said, you have a singing voice that's so rich and grand. But there's a time for everything, including singing loud. At times, it's good to softly sing together in a crowd. The music class dragged on, but Emma kept an upbeat vibe. Though silenced for a moment, she was sure she'd find her tribe. When recess time arrived, young Emma looked so sad. She'd lost some freedom of expression, making her feel bad. She glanced around the playground, letting out a tiny moan, then saw a happy student who was reading all alone. So Emma went to say hello, prepared to listen well. She'd pay attention closely, making sure she didn't yell. The student, Taylor, talked about remaining strong and true. It's good to look inside yourself and always just be you. I hope it will be helpful if I share my point of view. You're smart and brave and speak your mind. We should all be like you. Though coming from a youngster, Taylor's truth came shining through. Your voice is quite unique. Be proud of how it speaks for you. Though kids may say insulting things, try spinning them around. Remember, you're a leader with the most amazing sound. A voice like yours can change the world when you're forever strong. Don't lose your confidence. Speak up. Our feelings can't be wrong. Yes, Emma learned that day that staying positive is smart. Your voice, if you're respectful, will be setting you apart. She gathered all the needed tools to speak and to be heard. Her voice would influence the world by being undeterred. From then on, she embraced her voice, remaining brave and true, empowered by her friends' advice, succeeding through and through. So where is Emma now? The daring girl who leaves her mark? She's out, inspiring others who, like her, will find their spark. Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventure is brought to you by Birthday Buddy, the magical birthday countdown companion, like Elf on a Shelf, but making birthdays magical. For more information, visit MrTwisty.com. Oh, I really love that story. I used to feel funny about being different. Then one day, I realized everyone I met felt that they were different than everyone else. Everyone felt different. And that's because we're all unique. We're all different because we're all one of a kind. There's only one you and only one me. Thank goodness for that. I like you just the way you are. What did you like about that story? What makes you feel different or unique or special? Hey, a book fell on my head this morning. I have only my shelf to blame. Why do golfers always have two pairs of pants? In case they get a hole in one. I had trouble trying to figure out what to make to fit today's story, but I decided I would make a balloon guitar. Do you play a musical instrument? Hey, thanks for stopping by my treehouse today. I'm glad you came to join me. Remember, my name is Mr. Twisty, and this has been Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures. Did you have fun? I certainly hope so. Please come back to my treehouse next week for another great Storytime adventure.
Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures. Mr. Twisty's Storytime Adventures. Mr. Twisty Storytime Adventures. So much fun with Mr. Twisty.